3. Here.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
So it's been a little while since I made a video. I figured might as well shoot one now. Been busy just doing odds and ends. Decided to pressure wash my patio. So I've been fairly busy with that. Of course, there's the trailer. I've been using it. It's working good. I don't know if I'm sold on these tires. This thing starts bouncing like crazy when it's empty, and it did not do that before. I'm going to try airing it down a little bit. I don't know what pressure's in the tires, but they might be a little bit too much. And then this is a chassis I had bought for the front suspension parts mainly. It's a 56 Fairlane, Ford Fairlane chassis. Fellas I got it from were building a different chassis for the body to make a tribute NASCAR Dale Earnhardt car. It's kind of cool. I didn't realize he ran a Ford. So anyways, I got that chassis so that I could get some front suspension parts in that 56 4-door, which worked out perfectly. So now it can come off the trailer. And then I decided to pull this thing out because I had a gentleman that he posted he was interested in a Duster. So I decided to get it out, get it turned around, and put it into the shop. I need to do some work to it. The brakes are not working. I think the fronts aren't working right. I got a leak somewhere. I got some brake, but not much. Don't mind it. It is ugly. I had it under a tarp. It needs to be cleaned. I just pulled her out. I'm going to turn it around so I can get it in the shop. I want to do a couple things to it, address some issues. So I figured there's some rust in the bottom of the door, so I need a lower door. The sun's going to end up getting in the way of things. So just the door bottom, really. If you wanted to save these doors, or if you want to get new, another set of doors. Now over here, behind the rear tire, that right there is the only spot I can see. No rust around the, nothing major around the taillights. There's a little split here, but I think there's a body seam. So I'll beat the hell. My green car is all beat up right here. A little damage right here. No bubbling or anything. I'll get the keys, the screwdriver to open the trunk up. And down here, little pinholes and stuff coming through. Little tiny ones. So nothing major. Not like I've seen. I think my green car has more rust in it than this thing does. Getting a little punky down here too. Nothing major, just some pinholes. Now the doors, four corners history. This door's just got, well, it's probably just as bad. I mean, if you can get another set of doors, great. Otherwise, it's just door bottom issues. And of course, being a vinyl top car, bikini top, so it only went part way. I didn't notice any rust in here. There's some bubbling stuff that's kind of starting to do a little bit of something, but he took the top off before it got real bad. You can see the grip rails. I know the sun's not helping out any, but they're nice and solid. Around the window, I mean, it's got like goop in here. This seal needs to be changed. Hood scoop, I'm pretty sure it was probably bonded and bondoed to the hood. Now the seam seal might be starting to lift a little bit right here, and there's a little tiny bit of bubbling here, but it doesn't feel soft. I think that could just be lead. But you look down in here, nice and solid. I mean, the car is really in good shape, especially being a vinyl top car, a Northwest car. And a little seam seal starting to sneak away here. Dirty. I'm going to clean it. Like I said, it's been sitting and just sitting. So it looks ugly. Orange paints. Yeah, it's kind of sad. This used to look really nice, but it does still run good. This is a factory air conditioning car. When he got it, it had nothing. Someone was stripping it out to make a race car out of it. So we had a parts car that we were taking parts from. I think it was a 75 Duster. So the heater box, the wiring harness, and a few other things came out of a 75. It's a standard heater box, and we put it up in there and went, oh, we can still get this in here, even provided that the holes are cut wrong. Now, if I remember correctly, he told me all he did was just place the plate on the wall. He didn't cut or disturb anything, which I know we slid the box up in there without the plate, and everything came through holes that were there. So he made the plate just to give the box something to bolt to. You could take the plate off and put the AC stuff right back in. If I remember right, he said he did not disturb anything there. But we didn't want to put an AC box back in it. Standard for now. The plan was to get a chunk of firewall, cut that out, and put a standard heater firewall back in it. But, you know, being a Gold Duster with this option, maybe a guy wants to go back to the factory air, which, you know, would make sense to me. And there again, there's the, you can kind of see the scoop. I think it just needs to be reworked a little bit. It's not really that bad. Master cylinder, I'm going to see what I can do with that. The front, or that bigger reservoir for the front brakes was empty. So I got a leak or something going on there. I got some brakes, but I think it's the rear. The floors are solid. Zero rusto. Now I have the tarp over it because the windshield, either the windshield or wiper transmissions leak, one of the two. Transmission seals usually leaking is not uncommon with these Dusters. It originally was tan interior. I have to see what these panels kind of shape they're even in sitting back there. I think he was slowly switching things over to black in this before I got it. Some of the gauges work. Somebody did cut the damn hole in the dash. It isn't horrid. I don't know if he did that or somebody else did. On the headliner, let me show that. Of course, the headliner, it's shot. I was investigating on seeing if the earlier model cloth when the bows would go into one of these things. 'Cause I really hate that cardboard. Let me get my universal trunk key here. Okay, fancy key. Anyways, it might be hard to see. I might have to shoot this a little later when it's not so sunny out. It's Washington sun. It's a rare thing. Anyways, it's hard to tell, but I'll have to take some of the crap out of here. I'm going to clean some of this stuff out anyway. Some of the stuff's not going with it. Some of it's I'm keeping. Anyways, he jammed it when he did the trunk floor, so this paint up here is newer than everything else. He re-seam sealed stuff, and I don't know what the heck, he put some kind of stripping here. Anyways, does have a new floor. You probably can kind of see it. I'm not entirely sure how he did it. I had to compare it to mine to see how original it looks the way he done it, but it's in there. It's solid. The only thing he didn't do is there's little mounts that the gas tank straps are supposed to clip into. He didn't pull them off the other pan, and he just ran some carriage bolts through the floor, which is not cool in my book. It really is a solid car. I think it looks uglier than what it is. I think in a lot of ways it's better than my other car, but the other one I'm so buried into, I would never be able to recover. So you just keep throwing money at it, I guess, right? And then I think he reshot the underside of the deck lid too, which turned out pretty nice. It's a pretty color. This color's new. It's really nice. The 318 and 904 were extra stuff I had laying around. 318, actually, I picked it up specifically for this. Just did a crank bearing kit in it. I think the head's got rebuilt, threw gaskets and stuff at it. It runs really good. I have no complaints. Transmission is a question mark. It was used. I don't know how good it is. She could be a little slippery. I wouldn't drive it. I'd definitely trailer this thing anywhere. I've ran it back and forth between my parents and my brothers, moving stuff around when I was doing some yard re-landscaping. I didn't want to drive it. It went onto a trailer, and that's where I moved it. Besides, the training lines are just looped, so no, it's not really cooling. Yeah, it's got glass packs just kind of baling wired underneath it. See, it's just having problems with the ignition starts now. Yeah, see, I got something going on there too. I gotta investigate. The key's not working anymore like it was. Little things. But I gotta get this spun around yet, get it nosed into the shop so I can get it up on the lift and look some things over, see what I can do with the brakes. I'd like to get all four corners working, and then decide what stuff I want to put with it. Yeah, I'm not super stoked with the cowl on the hood. It looks okay. I think a full length one rather than just a mid-length one would have been, one that came out a little bit further. Probably would have looked a little bit better. That was a previous owner thing. So I got a door glass. I'm going to clean all this duct tape residue garbage off. And I got a door glass for this thing too to put in. And I'll just, I'll throw a few pieces at it. Stuff I wasn't going to put on my car. I got the matching rears for the front. Got those. You've got ETs on the back here, so they don't exactly match. So give it a good clean and wash. Make it look a little nicer. The paint's shot. I mean, it's original paint. And the doors on it were not the same, so it's a factory V8 car with disc brakes and 8 1/4 rear. So I know when I did my green car was slant 6 drum swallow pattern, and two which there it is, and it's cocoon. Going through and getting all that stuff, basically I didn't buy a parts car, but I bought pieces off of a parts car, and that's probably the most expensive way you could do it. And I would have saved a ton of money having this car. Matter of fact, I brought this one back with me from New Mexico just when the guy that I got this car from had gotten this, and he'd gotten this for like almost less than half of what I paid for mine before I did the conversions. So yeah, it kind of made me sick. But then again, this was missing a lot of stuff too. And now he has a 74 full down rear seat, same color, that he likes better than this, and I ended up with this car. I put the engine tranny in it, put the remains of exhaust on it, and basically all the parts I'm going to throw at it does all extra stuff that I have. So I originally was going to get it and use it for parts for my green one, but I thought it was too solid of a car. I mean, aside of some of the little rust issues, but really with some of these cars I've seen with the rust, this car here is pretty damn good. Oh, and I know the trunk pans, he replaced those. He put an aftermarket 2-piece pan, or factory pan back in it, but 2-piece. Seam sealed it, painted it. The jams have all been painted. It really turned out nice. Another reason for not wanting to necessarily junk this thing out. It's solid. It's got good bones. So anyways, let me. I think I'm gonna go put on my pressure wash gear and get some pressure washing done. Then I'll come out here and wash this thing up and turn some things around. Gotta get my starter key. good enough for right now. Well, first drive in I don't even know how many years. I've had this car for I don't even know. It's probably as long as I've driven it. And it's been sitting, I know, for at least probably 3 or 4 years just in that spot it was in. So all I did was throw some fluid in the one reservoir and I got a little bit of something, but I think I just had rear brakes because, man, it was carburetor's acting a little sketchy there. We're gonna do a little bit of work to it and see if it can make it drive a little bit better. Not bad for, I don't know, I started it earlier. Was it earlier this year or late last year? One or the other. First start in years. So it's been the first drive in, I'm going to say 4 or 5 years. Maybe 3 to 4 years. I'll look up some pictures. But not too bad. Not too bad. Do a little work to it, put it up for sale. Alright. Now I got to move the rest of my other junk back in here.